It is now mid-October 2025. Don't know, 13, 12, 14, 17, you know, somewhere around the middle of October. But I've been sent a message. It is requested that we start now. Absolutely 100%, we have to start now. There's no point in waiting anymore. It's like the anxiety isn't going to get easier if we don't do something and start now. Nothing is going to get easier than now. I don't like my own personal procrastination. I don't like it. What am I waiting for? I did an album a while ago because I was waiting for closure, and I called it Waiting Here For You. I'm a patient man. That doesn't mean I have to stand still or stop working towards whatever goal I want. It just means I have to be here now. And I'm waiting here for you. But I don't want to see any of this like, well, I'm not feeling up to it, you know? It's like, well, will you ever? I mean, is anybody out there? Is there anybody? I mean, I'm in sunny California. It's pissing down with rain. It rained all night and I didn't get much sleep because of the pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Actually, it was like 1,000 squirrels were tap dancing on my roof. So it wasn't pitter-patter at all. It was a rattle. So, I don't know. What are you waiting for? Well, when I'm older, when I've saved enough money, when I've saved enough time, when I've saved enough... do it. It is requested that we start life. Real life. Live, love life. Now. It's requested. I don't know where it came from. Hey, Hamed. Got Hamed in the chat. And he said hi. How you doing? I hope you're well, mate. Can you hear the rain? The rhythm of the rain? So another thing I want to talk about is people who think they know you. Yeah. Other people, even people that are very, like, incredibly close to you, even intimate friends and family, even those, they don't know you. They have no idea what's going on inside you. No idea whatsoever. We all have issues. Those issues are why we have tissues, because sometimes we cry about them. But we all have them, and we must deal with them. And one of the biggest issues I find irritates me most, that's all. It's just a minor irritation. But one of those issues is procrastination and this idea that it's gonna get better or it's gonna get worse. Because that's just black and white extremism, isn't it? It's like, it's gonna get so bad that I'm in fear. It's going to get so good that I won't be able to measure what's good and bad anymore. Well, heaven or hell, it's your choice. I don't want to be in fear. I know what danger is. I'm well aware of what danger is. Are you well aware what danger is? Danger is when you put yourself in harm's way on purpose. You would never do that. That's silly. But fear? Fear is manufactured. I did go on a news site today, briefly, and then I closed it. More fear. Greg Gone Wild. What's up, Aljo? What's up, OG? How you living? I'm breathing in and out, my heart's beating, and it's a major function of my physicality, my physiology. I've no idea how this thing works in full detail, but I do know it's still working. How do I know? Because I woke up this morning. How you living? I'm living well. I'm living high off the hog. I'm aware of this abundant planet. I can do anything I want. So that's how I'm living. Live, love, life. Just finished writing a song and recording it. And then luckily I had somebody to play the mix I had to yesterday, who knows me really, really well and knows I can do slightly better than that. Got me to go back over it and just straighten out some bits. And now I've just remixed it, remastered it, listened to it in headphones, and I'm very pleased with it. So I'll be creating a cover for it, you know, a cover picture, and then making a video that helps propel it along a little bit more. So hopefully I'll be able to find enough visual stimulation, well, there's plenty of that in the world, and make a music video. So that's how I'm living today. Tonight I'm going to go to a club where they have comedy, music, art, free expression, education, all sorts of things going on. So that's really good. Okay. Also love the hair, I dig it. Yeah, well, I do it myself because I don't see the point in going in and paying $20 to make myself look like everybody else. So it just grows out and I just clip at the sides and let the rest do its own thing. I clip at the thing. I don't even shave anymore. It's like whatever. You seem very knowledgeable. Glad to hear that. Very briefly, you were on the news. But what were you on about? Oh no, I just turned the news on. I mean, I am the news. This is your media. This is your daily media that I put out. Be the media. You know, if the media is driving you nuts with all its fear-mongering and war-mongering bullshit, just be the media. Say, those people are being very silly because they're going to war and killing each other. We're not being very silly. We're human beings and we love each other. There you go. I seem very knowledgeable. No, experience, that's all. I mean, knowledge is weird. It's like, you know, I could be surrounded by thousands of books that I may or may not have read. I may have a PhD or a doctorate or a bachelor's in literature and psychology and philosophy and art and music. But these are all just letters to put before or after your name. No, it's experience. I think I've experienced a lot. I must admit, I did go out of my way in my early 30s to go, fuck this, I'm going to find out for myself. I wasn't globally knowledgeable, and then I went to lots and lots of different countries for about a year and a half backpacking, and then I found out that everybody wants the same thing I wanted. Love. I want love, and I want to be loved. So I want to give love and I want to be loved. So I'm going to be love. That way everybody becomes what they're supposed to be, beloved. You are the beloved. We are the beloved. And we make fucking incredible mistakes all the time. But the collective is being driven along by a bunch of lunatics. And I'm like, stop, turn around, look at them. Look at these loonies. All right. It's hard to tell where you're from because I heard you say dollars. Yeah, you're saying from the UK. Yeah, okay, originally the mothership, this is my story, so I can say what I want, but originally the mothership was supposed to drop me in California, right? Southern California. That's what I requested, you know. And I think they had a batch to drop off over Europe, and they dropped me off in England. I wasn't very happy about it because I was like, what? Anyway, you know, I had fun with my family and grew up and learnt the ways of the British ways and the English ways. And I was like, wait a minute, you guys have a royal family? You believe in elitism? You believe that other people are better than you and you are better than other people? How can this be? And it was very much a conundrum for me as a small child, but I went out and did things that I enjoyed. I love England. The countryside is so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. It's, you know, they have lots of seasonal weather and it makes for a abundant green island, but it's a little island. It would fit inside, geographically, it would fit inside California 3 times. So I was like, ugh. So I traveled a lot and then I eventually settled in Southern California. And I love it here. Even though it's raining today, it doesn't rain much. I think somebody wrote a song about that once. It never rains in California, but boy, don't they, yeah, that one. I don't know if it's a weather song or whether it's got hidden meanings. So yeah, I was born and raised from a baby to my 30s. I was in England, and then I traveled, and then I decided to settle in California. So Greg Gone Wild, that's where I'm from, that's where I am, and I've no idea where I'm going. Because I've just been talking about the request to do whatever you want to do with your life, to start doing it now. Don't wait, do it now. Yeah. It's kind of personal too, because I have friends and family, people close to me, who continually procrastinate. They know what they really want inside, but they're fearful of it. They're afraid that they're going to fail at it. Whatever it is, they think, oh no, oh it's too dangerous, oh, no, just do it. Now's the time. For everyone. Follow your dreams. Instead of following these fools that tell you what you're supposed to be dreaming. The dream police. Yeah. I was talking to somebody about 1984 and I was like quoting parts from the book. And they were like, yeah, I read it years ago. And I said, well, there is a movie edition if you don't want to be bothered to read the book. And I like the John Hurt one because it's got a little love story. It emphasizes the love story within it, which is very good to me because I really like that. And I do like John Hurt as an actor. So it's a good movie. It's a movie about what would happen if we went in this direction, and now we're living it. So it was a dystopian prediction about the future, and it seems on the surface that George Orwell, who wrote 1984, in 1948, it seems like it's pretty much happening. And we're allowing it to happen. It was supposed to be a warning. George Orwell couldn't even in 1948, after the two terrible world wars, even after those, and he wrote this, he couldn't use his own name because the publishing society and the publishing people in England would have been, oh, no, you can't say that. So he used the pseudonym of George Orwell. His real name was Eric Blair. He wrote other novels too. One that keeps getting quoted to me, Animal Farm. And I read that too. Obviously I read all his novels because I was very interested and I like to read. But I don't know, he had some amazing insight into what could go wrong. But I think things also at the same time, parallel play happened and things did go right. It's just every time people started to operate out of love, the controllers stepped in and deviated that, made it like, oh yeah, and then they put it over here, and then they use the media to crush them and then suppress them, and then they go back to their normal heads down lives. I'm an automaton, you know. So, you know, there were many dystopian novels, especially coming out of that period between the wars, First and Second World War, and also post-Second World War. Because the First World War was supposed to be the war to end all wars. That was, God, I mean, how can they keep selling us this shit? They're doing it now too with the Middle East. They're trying to stir it up and stir it up and stir it up. And who's stirring it the most? Well, the empire builders. Because they want to profit from both sides. And they want to reduce the population. Because it's much easier to control less people. You know, you only got one sheepdog. So how can you keep them in line, you know? And I love you.